Well, hello and welcome to my couch. I have decided to start a vlog, um, mainly focused on comedy, because I did take 7 months off. Um, and coming back, I thought let's not waste it. So I thought I'm going to. I've got this equipment that I just bought, camera, these mics to film sets to actually do things a little bit better than I was, a little bit more professional. So I thought, why not? I've got all the stuff. Let's just upload it for myself, really, and then if anyone else wants to watch and see what it's like to be a crappy little open mic comedian, um, then feel free to tune in. So this is my first video. I've filmed this 4 times now, and I've decided don't try and be perfect. Like this is why I'm just sitting on the couch. I was looking for places in the house, like, oh, where can I do this? Where can I do this? It's like, don't try and be perfect. Just get something bloody uploaded. Um, so this is it. I have done 3 shows so far since coming back. We'll go through that. We'll go through my goals, um, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this vlog. Very raw, um, and we'll improve as we go. We'll see what we can do. So my first gig back just happened to be at one of the sit down comedy clubs. If you don't know, sit down is probably the main comedy club in Brisbane, and they have little open mics around um, that they get everyone to sign up for to do 5 minutes. So the first gig that I done back was actually for Sit Down Comedy Club, which is one of the bigger comedy clubs in Queensland, but it was just one of their open mic gigs at a local pub at the Junction Hotel, which is actually their new weekly show. So it was the first one, so they wanted it to go well. So extra pressure, having not done this for 7 months. It was a decent venue, but what happened just before I went on, the person in front of me completely bombed, didn't get a single laugh, and then that put my anxiety a little bit higher. But the good thing is the MC, Mark McConnell, very experienced guy, he ended up just doing 4 minutes after her just to get the crowd laughing again, which I appreciated. 2 tables left, which in a room where there was only 5 tables was quite a lot. So I was standing at the side of the stage, waiting to go on with my anxiety growing, but also thinking, thank you, Mark, for not just bringing me straight back on. As I was going up, I thought, geez, I'm going to need something quick. Because my first joke, just because why not? I like to do this the hard way. I decided to do a new bit. So I thought, what can I do to get their attention? And as I was walking on stage, I decided to throw back to one of the previous comedians who actually done really well and just made a quick joke about something she had said. And it got a laugh, and then I was calm and went through my new bit, which actually worked pretty well, which is really good. And then just relied on some old stuff that worked, and didn't forget anything, which was fantastic. I was scared I was going to just stuff up a word or here, word or two, but it went well. So that was my first gig. Did film it, so we'll see if there's film over the top of this. The second gig was then 10 minute. So went straight from a 5 minute to a 10 minute at Happy Valley. That one, that was hard. We turned up. The comedy show was meant to be on, but they also booked an awards night in the same venue. It's all in the same room. And over 3/4 of the people were there for the awards night and didn't know comedy was about to start happening. So they didn't care and just kept on talking about their awards and chatting with each other, and it was really loud. Very, very difficult to do comedy with, but I mean, you can't blame them. They've literally hired the room for a reason, and we're not told that, hey, comedy, a comedy show is about to start at 7 o'clock. No one told them that, so you can't really blame them. Just made our jobs a little bit harder, but that's how you learn. So that's why I did not film that. There's no footage. Um, so, and again, because I like to do things harder, it was a 10-minute set. The first 7 minutes, I done all new stuff. Don't know if it worked or not, because I felt like I was just yelling the whole time. Just because also the mic setup was not great. So that was fun. It was all right. I was glad I'd done it. Then the most recent gig I done was at the Mill.
The next comedian is the most fantastic guy in the world, and I'm not just saying that because he just started the recording again at this very moment, and I'm not being paid for this whatsoever, not 1 cent. I'm saying this because I absolutely mean it. I love this guy with all my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, get the biggest round of applause that you've got for the night. The next comedian is Gerard Fitzpatrick!
Which is one of those gigs that you do all the time where you turn up and there's no audience. And I just started a new job this week, and I've been doing training in the office, leaving the dog at home by herself. So I got home, fed her, went out to the gig, and I was thinking, I would rather just be at home with the dog, because there was two people in the audience. But I committed, so I'm going to go and I'm going to do my bit. And you know what? I'm actually really glad I did. It was actually a pretty fun night. Even though there was two audience members, I was just thinking, you know what? Your job is to entertain one or two or 200. It's not their fault that the room's not packed. Like, they're there, and they were actually really good. A lovely couple. I done my set. There was a couple of they were from overseas, so there was a couple of references. I was like, "Hey, do you get this? Do you know this?" And they were like, "No, we don't know what that is." And I'm like, "Well, there's probably no point doing this joke because you won't understand the punchline." So that was so I was just doing a personalized set for this couple, but it was really fun. But the main thing after was straight after me, Ashwin, a much more experienced comedian, went up, and he was just doing all new stuff. But just watching him and the way he delivered his new stuff, and the way he made it flow, it wasn't just, okay, here's a joke, here's the punchline, here's the next joke, here's this. He made the whole thing just flow like it was a whole conversation with the people in the audience. And I was like, so I learned a lot from that, which driving home, I realized there are no real bad gigs. Like, some people might come in and go, "Oh, two people, what a waste of time." But for me, I realized you can do really good gigs where everyone laughs and it's fun and it's good for your ego. And you need one of them at least once a month. Just get a good gig where everyone laughs and you feel good about yourself. But these are the ones where you actually get better and you learn. And I thought over the last several years that I've been doing comedy, and I've had a lot of what you would probably call bad gigs, but I've never regretted getting on stage. Like, I don't think, not once, I've actually regretted doing the gig, no matter how good or bad it went. Everything, you get something out of everything. Um, so that was really driven home on that gig at the Mill. And yeah, I felt a little bit negative going in and slapped myself out of it. I was like, no, we're here for whoever is paying attention, and you need to do with like the same amount of effort to two people than you would if you had sold out QPAC. It's so I need to go in with that sort of mindset and attitude to every gig, which is really which I like. I like that. So let's get to goals, which is one of the reasons why this vlog thingy is going ahead. So, starting comedy, my number one goal was to get on Good Chat. I done that. over a year ago. I managed to get on one of their Wednesday night shows. So now I need to reset and have new goals, bigger goals. So new goals, back on Good Chat because I need to reset. I've had 7 months away, so get back on Good Chat and Wednesday night show, and then hopefully do well there and get onto one of their main shows Friday or Saturday night. That would be a really good goal. I also need to climb up the Sit Down Comedy Club tier rankings. It's interesting. It's kind of like it's like a game of Mortal Kombat. You start and you're on level 1, and then once you do a few gigs and you do better, they move you up to level 2, so you can get more gigs at their little um, open mic venues around Brisbane. And I think I'm in that kind of second level tier because I've got a gig tomorrow night, another one. They called me on Friday, which means someone must have pulled out, so I was back up, which is a good sign. It means I must have done well at the junction and got good feedback, or they wouldn't have called me last minute to jump up. I don't know. And the next step is Mitzi, which Mitzi's is pretty much like they take the people who are doing all the little open mics and they give them a trial at their actual main venue on their main stage. And I think that's more of again, another addition. There's no such thing as open mic with Sit Down. It's all additions. You're auditioning to get to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to get more gigs with the Sit Down Comedy Club. So the next level for me with them would be Mitzi's, and then maybe even a 5-minute set on one of their actual proper shows. That would be fantastic. And then, and probably an easier goal, there's a new venue, or not new venue, but a new comedy thing, West Park, run by one of the local comedians, and I keep watching that, and it seems to sell out huge audiences, and I'm like, okay, that's a goal for me, is to get on there as well. So that's my 3 goals for this year, leading up to, and this is the reason why I wanted to do the vlog. I want to journal the journey, or whatever the hell you call it, because I want to end up doing a solo show, whether it's half an hour with someone else, well, that wouldn't be solo, that would be 2 people, or do 45 minutes and just have someone open for me, and we'll see what I actually get to. But again, just like doing this vlog, I feel like I have to have a perfect show before I even do it. And just like the vlog, if I try and do a perfect show, there will be no show because I will never be happy with anything. Which is why this is going to be so raw, because I'm just doing this and getting this up, and it's not going to be perfect. Another mindset thing that I need to get over. It's better to have something out that's not perfect than try and perfect something that never ends up going out. So, solo show. Start writing that, and not sure where it's going to be done. That's later down the track. But one goal is to then go to the Newcastle Fringe next year, who a friend of mine, EJ, just done. She said it was great. So I think she's going to do it again next year, and I suggested we should get an Airbnb to save on accommodation. So I think I'd put my foot in it, which is probably good. I need to force myself to actually do things. This is to keep me accountable and record the progress. So I might do other things on here. It might just be this every now and again. I might film some gigs. If there's anything that happens that's interesting, I might throw it up here. Who knows, I might do some reviews, I might do some other things. I have no idea. At the moment, it's just this. I'll film myself doing whatever crap and throw it up. If you've got any suggestions, feel free to give me suggestions. But at the moment, next gig tomorrow night, another sit-down venue. So we'll see, I might put something up after that. So depending how it goes, I will be recording it. And yeah, I'll stop rambling.